Hi guys, I have had the beautiful Fuji X100VI for quite some time now, so I figure why not take you out in my fair city of Toronto and you can see how this bad boy performs. And speaking of beauty, look at this. More beautiful than ever is my Fuji X100VI. Why? Because of this square lens hood right here, which is also not just a lens hood, but it's a whole filter kit, and it is by the sponsor of this video, NiSi. They were kind enough to sponsor this video and kind enough to provide a free unit to one of you fine folks watching at home. So at the end of this video, after we do the photo walk, I will tell you how the filter works, and then I will tell you how you can get one for yourself. I mean, look at that. Oh, that is so stylish. Almost as stylish as yours truly. So let's get into the photo walk. So I often like to start these street photography walks here in Toronto at Dundas Square, and I already like this. Look at this. This hot dog stand. No, click on that right there. Thank you very much. I should have turned off the people priority probably, but that'll be fine, because sometimes you do want people in your shots. Not that I love people, but you know, once in a while I can tolerate them. But yeah, this is actually quite quiet here. I didn't realize it'd be so quiet. I'm not usually here on a, what is it, a Friday morning at 8 a.m. Oh my God, I should have just stayed home and stayed in bed. But let me show you what I'm working at right here. And you see that? Look at all those blinkies right there. So that means I'm overexposed. If I want to keep that sky, then I want to turn up my shutter speed until those blinkies disappear. Now, you'll see everything there is in shadow, but that's okay. I will bring that back in post. And there is a giant truck. And here's a man going through his own midlife crisis, just like me. Let's see if I can get him faster here. You know what? I think I would like to do aperture priority, really, because it'll just help me go faster with my shutter speed. So when I'm taking a picture of this guy's car as he's looking at me, and then if I have those blinkies there, I can just turn my exposure compensation wrong way and exposure compensation down. There we go. Hey, now let's see if we can get one of those there sun stars. I'll turn it all the way up to f16. And then we'll grab a sun star shot right there. What do you think of that, huh? So I usually like to shoot at around f8 if I can when I'm doing my street photography, because I want more in focus, not less in focus. Unless, you know, I grab a portrait of a person, which, you know, is not very typical. So here we have right there, there's a blinking sign on the blinking light, but I don't care if I lose that. Everything else looks pretty good to me right here. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, adjusting the shutter speed is fine and dandy when you got a few seconds, but I'm trying to do things nice and quick, so I will do aperture priority. That way I can set my depth of field, but I'll let the camera take care of the shutter speed, and if I want to make an adjustment, then I'll grab the exposure compensation. So I find that's the fastest way to shoot street photography. Street photography is all about speed, because, you know, sometimes you gotta run away from the people who are crazy. Even though I'm the one carrying a action cam on my chest in a husky harness while everybody stares at me. Who's the crazy one now? It's obviously me. Hey, what about this? You guys can't see this. I'll just put that up there. And you know what? I'm gonna exposure comp this so that I can get that sky not to go away. And there you go. Put the exposure comp back. I like this building right here. That's a nice looking building. Looks good with that brick building right next to it. There you go. Just my action cam back here. So with the 35mm full frame field of view, I mean, you have a pretty good focal length for street photography. To me, it's one of the better ones. Even though Chris Nichols from Petapixel, he doesn't like the 35mm focal length, I think it's great for street photography. I really do. And I'll just pretend there that I'm not taking a photo of these guys. Turn on the exposure comp, get that sky in there. There you go. Let's see this wrist strap. See, I got the wrist strap right here because A, I don't want to drop it. It's a bit chilly out. My fingers might get cold, but also, you know, some vagrant tries to grab my Fuji. Well, he's going to have to tear off my hand to get it. Well, now on second thought, I could just, you know, buy another Fuji. Sure, I'd have to wait 3 years for the stock to come back in, but at least I'd still have a hand. You know what? I'm thinking too much about this. Let's just keep going around, taking some photos. Oh, that's like this color building, nice rose color building. Let's get that in there. See, 2 new buildings, old building. I don't know, I think that's kind of nice. Right here. Shutter speed appears to be at, what, it's like 1 over, what was that? 1 over 80, okay, yeah. That should be okay on this lens right here. Especially with the IBIS that is in. That's another big advantage of this over the Fuji X100VI. Well, it should be 5, but you know, maybe we'll get an action shot of this busy intersection. What do you think? Yes, I do think. Okay, too many blinkies there. Let's bring down the exposure compensation. Still too many. Yeah, if I want that sky, I gotta go pretty dark here. But I do want that sky. So I'll take that photo. And let's go with this here. Yeah, that's probably a better shot. Oh, look at that. See, we got a nice reflection of the sun there. Got some smoke coming up here. Oh my God, I'm like what an artiste. What an artiste. So back up just a smidge. You know, zoom out with my feet. Okay, so here we have City Hall. This is old City Hall. I like coming here because it's there's the new City Hall and the old City Hall. It's kind of nice. And I'll use this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my settings here. So right here, you can see I'm at f8 because I want to keep everything in focus. I'm at the ISO of 125, the base ISO. My ISO stays the same at 125, and that way I can get my cleanest image. But then I'm also, people are wondering why I'm talking out loud. They don't realize I have a GoPro on my chest. That guy does. He's like, I know why you're talking out loud, because you're a Looney Tune. That's right, buddy. That's right. Anyway, what was I talking about? Well, before I got distracted by my social anxiety. So let's see. I like to use the base ISO and then shutter speed. I'll let the camera set that. Choose whatever I want for my depth of field. And then if for some reason I want it to be more or less exposed, I will use the exposure compensation. It's just the fastest way to do it, and I think the most fun way to do it. And I'll have to bring these shadows up in post. It'd be nice if I had a little bit of clouds in the sky, but I don't, so just gonna be blue hazy sky. Look, you can't have everything all the time. You know, stop asking for everything all the time. I'd like to get a photo of this snacks. I'll try. Let's get a picture of these here flags, because that's Canada, right to the left, and this one over here is Newfoundland. That's where I'm from. You know what? Let's get one without a pole in the way. That'd probably be better, right? There we go. Representing my home. Should probably get the City Hall building in the background. Oh, the wind died down now. Now there's no flags. It's all just limp flags. Come on, guys. We're a strong country. Blow your flags. There you go, wind. Pick up that Canadian flag. There you go. Keep going. You got it. That's it. That's it. So you got to talk to the flags like they're models. They have feelings too. Looking beautiful, flag. No, don't deflate. Shine. Live your best life. You be you. You're fierce. Gotta say, this is great though, you know, taking out one little tiny camera, wrist strap, just light as a feather, walking around free, like the true athlete that I am, unencumbered by heavy backpacks, giant lenses. Just such a great, it's a great walk around camera. You feel like taking pictures. It looks cool. Everybody thinks you're a TikToker, which is all of our goal in life, is it not? See, right there, she's like, that guy's a famous TikToker. And she'd be right, except that I don't currently have a TikTok. Still, I'm gonna get one, and I will pop that booty holding this camera. Oh, the views I will get. Sponsorships, so many. And of course, we can't leave downtown without getting at least one picture where the CN Tower makes an appearance. So I'm gonna put that up to F9 even. And we'll focus on that. There we go. Got the CN Tower. I'll probably punch in post because I got my 40 megapixels, you know, to get a better shot of that. That lovely tower that used to be the tallest freestanding building in the world. Now it's like 85th. These other countries trying to one-up us all the time. Sons of guns. Well, that was a real joy taking around this little guy. I like the 35mm focal length for street photography. Met some of the locals. Walked around creeping people out with a camera strapped to my chest. So let's go back to the studio now. So that was a ton of fun, but now let me tell you how you can get your own NiSi filter kit. Okay, so you have this cool square lens hood, which has its own little cap right there, and that you can use it like this. This is how I like to use it because I think it looks super cool, but you actually don't have to use this square lens hood at all. You can just put the filter on right there. This is a UV filter, and it just screws on to the front of the lens right here, and it provides many benefits by doing that. Number one, it's a UV filter. Number two, it can provide protection from scratches or water resistance. But even more important than that for me is that you can put on filters right on here at 49mm. Just get a 49mm filter. You want a polarizer, you want an ND filter, something like that. You can just stick it right on the front there, and you don't have to put the square lens hood right back on. You can use the cap that comes with the Fuji X100VI itself if you want to do it that way. Now, this lens hood and filter kit will fit any of the Fuji X100 series, so just comment something down below, your favorite thing about the Fuji X100VI or your favorite thing about Mark Bennett's face, and I will pick one of those comments, and then I will send that info along to NiSi, and they will send you one of these awesome filter kits. I was in the market for this square lens hood because I used to see people with the X100V or V, and they would have the square lens hood on. I'm like, I need one of those. It just completes the look for me. So I really love this, and I really love NiSi reaching out to sponsor this video. They know what's up. They know Mark Bennett makes the best FujiFilm photo walk videos, even though that was the first one I ever made. But thanks very much, NiSi, and thanks to you guys for watching this. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.